Ryan here for Silly Reviews. I was unaware of the fact that you could download Microsoft's Edge browser to Windows 7. I had no idea. And actually, you could not download Microsoft Edge browser. That's Microsoft's newest browser. Came out some time ago, but it uses the Chromium the back end, and it's a half decent browser. I know that much because I've used other computers on different jobs where people had Edge installed on a Windows 10 computer, and it worked pretty fine and it was pretty snappy. Now, usually these people didn't have as many plugins that I use with my go-to, which is Chrome. My current Chrome install must have 15 to 20 active add-ons, active plugins. Yeah, so that will slow down your browser. That will eat up your computer's memory. We're gonna go ahead and download this. This is the beta. This is the beta release for Microsoft's Edge browser that you can download on Windows 7. And actually, this beta started becoming available in the middle of 2019. So I've been sleeping on this. I'm curious to see how this performs on my Windows 7 desktop computer. I'm curious if they do have an add-on or plugin store. But if it's a Chromium browser, then I'm guessing that you can use the Chrome store. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if the Google Chrome browser store is going to be plug and play. And if so, what would be the difference between the browsers? But I can tell you this, I think there's still a lot of hate out there for reasons unknown for Microsoft, but they come up with some seriously innovative technology. I'm excited about it. Let's get the download started. Now, I'm only recording one of my monitors. So if we miss a few little steps where you can't see download buttons or progress or something on the record screen, just trust what I'm telling you that I'm doing. So download the Microsoft Edge beta channel. I do not like submitting anonymous details because I do not believe they're anonymous. So I may not be helping this app and its progress on Windows 7, Windows 8, but that's just how it is. I'm sure lots and lots of other people have clicked right through that and helped us out. So let's see, we're just gonna download this to the temporary folder on my desktop, Microsoft Edge Setup Beta. We're gonna let that download happen. And I am currently getting the Microsoft Edge browser, the beta release for Windows 7, using a Firefox portable install that I have on this computer. This is a snappier option for me to do simple things that does not have a lot of plugins installed. It's not my default, my go-to, my work browser. We're gonna switch over, hopefully, to the Microsoft Edge browser. That download was only 1.8 megs, so what I'm guessing is this is actually just an installer that's going to download the Edge beta browser. A lot of discussion about betas and alphas, and I wonder if we're going to get a weak edition of the Edge browser because it is a beta. Let's go ahead and click yes. Getting the new Microsoft Edge. I think my assumptions were correct. I also believe we can go ahead and just minimize the Firefox browser there. So I would assume it is downloading this. Download might be going a little slow. I just realized I left my VPN on. So let's see. Progress bar jump screens here. Let me go ahead and pull it over. There you go. It's going to take about 2 minutes on what I'm guessing is kind of a slow connection because I do use the Proton VPN, which is a free VPN, which blows my mind. I have paid for private internet access, the PIA VPN. It always worked pretty well for me. Had the kill switch. It was one of the innovators of the kill switch. Keep you protected. And then I test drove the Proton VPN, which is totally free. It's incredible. Now you can pay for it, but the paid for Proton VPN subscriptions actually subsidize all the free users, and the free users, you don't get as many servers. Speeds aren't quite as high, but man, it is so fast and it's reliable. I've been using it. Of course, only using it to download legal files, legal media and applications. Of course, I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. If you have a need for a VPN, but maybe you want to save some money and not pay for one of the big boys like PIA, check out Proton VPN. It's incredible. So the Microsoft Edge browser is almost, it has finished downloading. It's installing right now. Install may drag just a tad on my computer because I do have OBS running for this screen record. I actually do have a video converting in the background. I also have my video editor opened with a file open in the background, and I do have Photoshop open in the background. So I'm really hogging up the memory of my rig. it has installed. It opened up in one of my other monitors. It has installed and it is automatically opened after install and it is running. Now it is preventing me from dragging over to this screen because it has a first-time user setup on it. So I'm going to try to just get out of that. There we go. Now I'm going to drag it over. Now we can see, boom, Microsoft Edge browser fully loaded on a Windows 7 desktop PC. There it is. Welcome to the Microsoft Edge beta channel. That's exciting. They're excited to show us their progress. And as you get started, check out some of the great ways to get involved so you can help push the progress of the Edge browser on Windows 7, Windows 8 computers for people like me who refuse to adapt, who refuse to go to Windows 10. I don't like it. And if you tell me a million reasons why I should like Windows 10, why it's better, guess what? I'm old and I'm set in my ways and I'm not going to do it. So let's just test drive a few things that I need out of a browser. Now this one does sync, does have an account where you can sync to different computers, wherever you're logged into an Edge browser, also on your mobile device. That is great. I do use the Edge browser on my mobile device, my iPhone. Because I'm a big fan of the Microsoft rewards. It's a way to get free stuff. I just realized that the, what do you call it? Converter or whatever on OBS that's recording this stream, it was giving me an overload warning as the tail end of the Edge browser installation process was happening. So if we had any errors there, I did not see them, but I do apologize. Let's move forward. Things I want to know. I want to know if I can get add-ons here to really optimize this browser to make it a competitor for Chrome, Google Chrome browser that I have so finely tuned to my needs. And I can actually just give you an eye shot of my Chrome browser and show you. This is the result of, feels like a decade of tweaking the Chrome browser with plugins that I need and the essentials that I need to be able to turn on and off. I keep those right up there in the toolbar. So you can see uBlock Origin, that's a must. Got to get the ads out of there. I do have this media downloader, extreme video downloader that works pretty well for me to capture some streaming media that happens in the browser. Print friendly and PDF plugin, that one makes it nice and easy peasy to take a page and it formats it a lot better so I can save it a web page as a PDF. Because when I go into the printer program and I save as PDF, they usually come out way more jumbled. But you can see here I have lots and lots, and these are only the add-ons that are displayed. I have lots more who I don't need because they're just always on in the background. So can Microsoft's Edge browser compete on my Windows 7 desktop PC in my workstation? Let's load up a couple of pages. Let's go to Bing.com. I love Bing.com. I like to get the rewards. Bing's image search is so much better now. Image and video search is so much better than Google now. It's ridiculous. Google has really restricted a lot of ways you can search for things. One thing that really bothered me, I was doing a video, I was creating content for a video not long ago where I needed specific pictures. I wanted to do aging of people from what they look like in 2010, and then we just had 2020 New Year. I wanted to show the aging of these people, so I wanted to make sure I was getting accurate photos. So when I was in Google's photo search, I found it impossible to find photos that were only uploaded in 2010. Couldn't do it. I think that's some type of liberal agenda thing where Google wants to prevent you from going back in time to hold anything over Hillary Clinton or anything like that. Again, conspiracy theories, but the fact remains you cannot go into Google, even in advanced image search, you cannot pinpoint photos, videos, whatever your search is by year. You can go within the past year, you can go within the past, I believe, 6 months, 30 days, 1 week, today. You cannot go back in time and pinpoint, hey, I only want this image or this video to show up in my result if it was published in just this year or only in between 2006 and 2009. Can't do it anymore. Bing, a little bit easier to do stuff like that, but Bing is a little bit restricted as well. Still, the Bing image and video search is superior. So Bing loads up just fine. Let's go ahead and let's just type in Google. Google's gonna play nice, but of course it wants to switch over to Chrome. Oh, no thanks for right now, buddy, calm down. Let's go to a couple of sites that are a little bit more complex, not just search engines. So let's go over to YouTube. Let's play a video. Let's go ahead and play a video and see how that works out. a little slow, but again, I'm on this VPN and I keep forgetting. Here's something interesting that I can't show you on this screen, but what is happening on my other screen, installed, now pinned to my toolbar are 2 Edge beta pins. That's very strange. I did not pin either of those, yet they pin themselves, and they pin themselves 2 times. I wish I could show you that. Let's go ahead and unpin one of those. We're gonna keep one of them pinned though. I'm gonna put that by my browser pins. Anyway, YouTube loaded up okay, and it might drag a little bit because of all my resources being used on the computer, but let's just make sure that we could play a video on here. The preview of the video started loading when I hovered the mouse over it. There goes the video. The video is playing.
YouTube TV.
So the basics are working in the Edge browser for Windows 7. That's pretty exciting, but what I need are plugins. I need plugins. All right, let's find out if I can get something like uBlock Origin to install on the Microsoft Edge browser on Windows 7. More tools. I do not see. Oh, there it is. Extensions. Okay. Apps and extensions. Manage apps and extensions. Let's click on extensions. Do I have any installed by default? I do not. So I want to get extensions. Okay, it's not going to bring me to the Google Chrome store. It's going to bring me to the Microsoft store. Well, are we limited on extensions because this is a Chromium browser? Let's find out. I do see many categories. I see some ad blocking stuff right there. Amazon Assistant, some wacky little games, password managers. I told you what I want. Let's find it. uBlock. Give it to me. Boom, there it is, uBlock Origin. Nice, nice. We gotta put that in. That's by default. That's what we need. Gotta love uBlock Origin, even with the default list. Damn, that ad blocker works so well, so well. Add that extension. You know what word I was looking for earlier? Transcoder, I think it was. The transcoder on OBS was struggling because I have so much stuff running right now. It looks like uBlock Origin has successfully been added to the Microsoft Edge browser on my Windows 7 desktop PC. Excellent. Let me look over here on my other computer, on my other browser here, Chrome. What's another must-have plugin, must-have add-on that I need? Or maybe something obscure. What about TaperMonkey? I like my scripts. I do. I like my scripts. I like to be sneaky and be able to really do stuff that the browsers don't want you to do, that the websites don't want you to do. TaperMonkey, are you available on Edge browser? It is. Wow, it looks like all the basics and the obscure stuff will be available. I'm hyped. One thing, now I am not a browser scientist, so I honestly do not know the difference between Edge, Chrome, and Firefox. I don't know what the difference, what would be the pros and cons? What if we do a simple Google search? Let's hit the home button, see what the default home page is when you install Edge. Oh, weird. How did that copy over? How did that copy over from my homepage button on Chrome? I guess because it's a Chromium browser. See, I'm learning things with you. I guess because it is a Chromium browser, it uses the same inner workings, the same guts, the same back end. I guess they're tied in when they're installed on the same computer. That's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and I guess Google's gonna be my default search, even though you would think Edge or Bing would be. Let's find out. Difference between Edge, Chrome, Firefox. Is that going to Bing? It is going to Bing. Let's see what these results are like. Bing has a long way to go. Excuse me. I feel like they're going to be biased on these results too, aren't they? Let's do this search in Google, and I'm sure they're going to be biased too, but this is the world we live in, right? This is the world we live in. Let's go ahead. Difference between Edge, Chrome, Firefox. Let's find something recent. Well, here we go. This was published on December 20th, 2019. Let's go ahead and take a looky-loo at this one. Best web browsers for 2020. At least so says Digital Trends. Okay, up. Show me the differences. That's all I care about. Oh, an autoplay video. The worst. The absolute worst. Oh, I usually X out of any website that has an autoplay video, but we're going to keep going, okay? Boom. Digital Trends says the best web browser is Google Chrome. Why do they say that? Let's just skip through that. The best Chrome alternative is Firefox. Oh man, Microsoft Edge browser is getting pooped on. Getting absolutely pooped on. The most innovative is Opera. Come on. It looks like everything runs on Chromium, I guess besides Firefox. Everything needs Google. That's crazy. But I guess it's not hard to believe. Let's see here. The web browser with the most potential. Okay, so Edge has potential. That's great. Let's find out why it has potential. potential. It says Microsoft created its own new browser for Windows 10. It dubbed it Edge, used its own browsing engine, It was the default browser for Windows 10. In response, Microsoft is rewriting Edge as a Chromium browser. Yes, we are experiencing that already. There's really not much to say about the new Edge at this point. You can give one of the beta versions a try if you like it, blah, blah, blah. It's got a limited selection of Chrome extensions. Customize the browser in some limited ways. Well, I didn't feel like I was limited when I was searching. Okay, this might be the meat and potatoes. So why are we focusing on the new version when it's so limited? First, because let's face it, there's no reason to invest in a browser that's being abandoned by its developer. Okay, it's talking about the original Edge. That's fine. You know, this article is trash, and I'm sorry that I wasted your time with it. There was no definitive answer. It didn't give even a vague answer of why the new Edge is good or bad. Incredible. Here's one on LifeWire. Let's see what LifeWire has to say in Edge versus Chrome. It says Chrome is the reigning king. Edge is on most machines because it's installed by default on Windows-based devices. Let's look at the main differences. Here we go, a head-to-head. Thank you so much. I just want to read the Edge stuff. By default, installed on Windows-based devices, doesn't matter. Improved, faster rendering than Internet Explorer. That's great, but we want to know how it compares to the leading browsers like Chrome and Firefox, even Opera. More stable, both as Windows applications and when displaying the web apps, but is it more stable than the original Internet Explorer or even the original Edge? Come on. Supports more multicasting devices through the Digital Living Network Alliance and Miracast. That doesn't help. Tell me here, less compatible than its competitors. Well, that's a bad thing. Smaller extension library, that's a bad. Unless you really like Bing, you'll need to update the defaults. That's easy. Man, so I'm not, out of those two websites, those articles, I don't see a reason why or why not to use Edge. I mean, why not? I guess because they say it's a little bit more limited and there are less extensions. Let's see, rendering and search, dealer's choice, built on the proprietary Edge HTML rendering engine. Default search engine is Bing, but that doesn't give me any information unless I'm some type of browser scientist who knows the difference between the Edge HTML rendering engine and Chrome's use of the open source Blink rendering engine. Come on, man. Chrome has more extensions. What do you do? Default settings. What's going to complain about the search engine? Doesn't matter. Compatibility. Edge is default. Chrome runs on everything. Final verdict. Edge and Chrome will become more alike as time goes on. Well, then what is the point? What is the point? I don't know, but guess what? The beta of Edge, news to me today, I'm sharing it with you. It does work on a Windows 7 and Windows 8 laptop or PC. That's great. What did we learn from this? We learned that Edge now has a beta that works on Windows 7 and Windows 8. Well, if anything, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed your time. You have any input on this? If you know anything about the difference between Edge and Chrome and why I would use one over the other, and not just because Chrome has more extensions, or tell me, well, Edge is installed by default on Windows 10. Yeah, no, give me some meat and potatoes. Give me some real stuff, because I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, this was news to me. Maybe it was news to you. Maybe you can share some information, some help, some details. Enlighten me. Are you a web browser scientist? Well, spread the knowledge. Help us out. Leave a comment. My name's Ryan for Silly Reviews. Thank you so much for hanging out, for watching, and I really do hope I see you on the next video. Till next time. By the time '09 rolled around, I was looking up consent ages in my local town. 16 would be sweet, and you know I couldn't wait 6 more years and Raymond would have a date. I asked Dad for his blessing and he hesitated. He was begging me to wait, so we had a debate. Daddy let me penetrate. How about